then woke up quickly found that it was flooded, which scared him so much that he quickly turned on the light.
Nah, bro, Aisha's Pet has the best cameraman. Nah, bro, Aisha's Pet has the best cameraman.
A teenager took a dare to explore a creepy abandoned factory at midnight. Behind a young man woke up in the dark. The boy's phone rang. It was his friend outside screaming, "I read the factory was online. The robot attacks if he sees human faces. You have to hide." The boy tried to run, but the robot cornered him in a dead-end room. He had absolutely nowhere to go. But then he did something incredibly smart. Instead of panicking, he grabbed an empty cardboard box from the floor, put it over his head, and stood perfectly still against the wall like a statue. The robot walked right up and shined the scanning laser directly at the box. Because it didn't see a human face, the machine thought he was just another package. So just as the robot turned around, the boy took off the box. The robot instantly spun back and scanned his face. The boy thought his life was over. But the robot echoed, "Welcome back, boss, because the factory belongs to his family." Teenager took a dare to explore a creepy abandoned factory at midnight. The second he walked inside, teenager pulling pranks on people. One summer, he went camping with a group of friends and decided to play a joke on one of the younger kids. While everyone was asleep in the middle of the night, he quietly dragged the kid's entire tent deep into the woods. The next morning, the kid woke up terrified and completely alone. Everyone laughed, and the teenager even recorded the prank and posted it online. Embarrassed, the kid never went camping again. Years later, the teenager had become a popular outdoor content creator known for his camping videos. One weekend, while filming alone in the mountains, he started noticing strange things happening around his campsite. Every time he looked away, something had moved. His lantern would be in a different spot. His backpack would appear somewhere else. At first, he blamed himself for being forgetful, but the strange events kept happening. Then one morning, when he came back from a walk, he discovered his entire tent was gone. Panicking, he searched the area until he found it hundreds of feet away in the woods, dragged just like he once did to that kid. As he approached, he noticed a photograph attached to one of the tent poles. His face dropped. It was a laminated screenshot from the prank video he made years ago. On the back was a handwritten note that read, "Not very funny when it happens to you, is it?" He immediately understood who the message was meant for. The only problem was that when he looked around, there was nobody there. A man lived his entire life inside a VR world, convinced his father was a monster for trapping him in a simulation. You see, his father told him the real world was too corrupt and that it would ruin his innocence. So, for 20 years, he lived in a digital paradise of blue skies and green grass. He only heard his father's struggles in the real world, growing bitter that he was being kept from the beauty of the planet. On his 20th birthday, the battery finally died. Overjoyed, he ripped the headset off, ready to see the world, but a shiver went down his spine. The world wasn't beautiful. There were no trees and no sky. The planet had been scorched by war decades ago. His father wasn't hiding the beauty from him. The reason the battery died was because his father never came back from the toxic wasteland. He had spent his life breathing poison just to find enough power for that headset, making sure his son was the only person left on Earth who still knew what the color blue looked like. Man lived his entire...
You got no proof!
This is what happens when you go to prison in other countries. In Russia, the first thing they do is make you shower to prevent any bacteria from coming in.
Can you please get my back?
Yeah. Once you're clean, they give you a fresh set of clothes and put you in quarantine for 15 days.
Not so bad. Oh, look, fool! How's it going, my comrade?
Dude, we have such an insane schedule. I can barely breathe.
He's right. In Japan, prisoners follow an extremely strict schedule that starts at 6:45 a.m. and ends at 9 p.m.
Gotta catch them all.
This schedule includes 9 hours of work, 3 meals, and 3 hours of free time.
Dang, that sounds pretty good. That's nothing compared to my friends from Norway. Good morning.
In Norway, prisoners have access to cells with a private bathroom, a flat-screen television, and a window with a nice view.
Oh, no, I'm going to such a bathroom.
Prisons in Norway also let inmates wear their own clothing and receive up to 3 visits a week from friends and family.
Oh, wow. Can I be a Norwegian prisoner?
No, silly, you're a Russian mafia boss, remember?
Duh.
This is what happens when you look.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Ugh, what I get stuck in. That appears to be one of SCP-106's puddles. SCP-106? Who's that? He's that old guy over there.
Whoa! Wait,
who was that? That was SCP-106. He's basically a rotting old man who teleports around and kidnaps people, usually taking him to his pocket dimension. Pocket dimension? Like a dimension literally in his pockets? Sort of. Truth is, we don't entirely understand it yet. All we know is that he uses puddles like those to emerge from his pocket dimension and kidnap people. So what you're saying is, if I sink further, I can enter the pocket dimension? Well, technically, yeah, but you wouldn't want to... Well, this isn't so bad. It's a little dark in here, though. Why would you willingly want to go there? Well, you said we didn't know much about it, and I wanted to find out. Wait, I think I see something. Oh, hey, it's SCP-106 himself. Hey, by the way, I love what you did with the place.
What happens if you keep tipping the hotel cleaners bigger and bigger? If you leave a small tip, they just make the bed look clean and nice. It doesn't really change anything at all, but when you leave $20, that's exactly when things start to get fun and interesting. The cleaners no longer limit themselves to just the bed, and out of nowhere, a towel crocodile suddenly appears in the room. Now, if you leave $50, the workers use all their creativity. When you return, there's a super cute towel face waiting for you on the bed. But then the question is, what would they do for a few likes? What happens?
I swear, we all have that one kid who makes everything a joke. Teacher asks, what causes earthquakes? He goes, my mom, when she finds my report card. Whole class loses it. Even the teacher is trying not to smile. Stop it! She's literally smiling. He gets sent to the principal. He makes a joke at the door. Principal calls his parents. His parents are also laughing. Even your mom thinks you're funny. Exam day. Everyone's serious. Sir, is this gonna be on our grade? Whole class loses it again. Even the teacher gave up. Some people are just built for entertainment. I swear, we all have that one kid who makes everything a joke. I swear, we all have guys. Is it just me or I have problems at remembering things? You studied all night. You knew everything. Walk into class confident. Teacher hands out the paper. You look at question 1. Okay, what is this? Your mind is completely blank. You flip to question 2. Also blank. Question 3. Who wrote this? Then the bell rings. Exam is over. Pass your exams. You walk out. Suddenly you remember everything. I studied for this. Why didn't you work when I needed you? Guys, is it just me or I have problems at... Bro, Grandma and Grandpa are completely different people. You go to Grandma's house. Food is already on the table. Thanks, Grandma. Grandma gives you money for no reason. Grandpa sees you with money. Go save it. I just got it. Grandpa knocks at 6 a.m. Wake up, it's time to train. I came here to visit. Grandma makes you feel like the most loved person alive. Grandpa makes you feel like you're in boot camp. We love them both. Bro, Grandma and Grandpa are... Imagine your big bro owned Roblox. Free 1,000 Robux for everyone. You check your account? No. What in the beginning? You're not everyone. Bro, what does that mean? You specifically have to do chores before joining any game. You finish. You log in. He kicks you out immediately. You forgot to buy me pizza. I'm not your babysitter. You make a new account. He finds you in 5 seconds. I know all your passwords. This isn't Roblox anymore. This is just my house with Wi-Fi. Guys, imagine if your big... I swear, we all have that one kid who thinks he's tough. Walks around like he owns the hallway. Bumps into you, doesn't say sorry, just stares. In your imagination, you punched him. He starts crying. But in reality, my bad. That's not what I wanted to say. He does it again the next day. In your head, you slam him on the floor. In reality, it's cool, bro. But one day he picks the wrong person. That person did exactly what everyone imagined. We all went home happy that day. I swear, we all have... No way. Nobody loves you like your mom does. You came home tired from school. She already knows. Food is on the table. Your favorite food. How did you know? I just know. You're sick. She stays up the whole night. You okay? I'm fine, Mom. She doesn't sleep until you sleep. Bad day. She just sits next to you. You don't have to talk. And when the whole world feels against you, I'm always on your side. Nobody will ever love you the way your mom does. Not even close. No way. Nobody loves you like your guys. Imagine if Jeff the Killer owned Roblox. First he does. Every server shuts down at night. Sleep now. Bro, I'm in the middle of a game. You try to stay online, he joins your server, just standing there, smiling. I said go to sleep. I'm not tired, Jeff. Every time you die in a game, your screen goes black, appears, get off the game, you suck. The game was hard. Then at 3 a.m., every player gets a personal message. Sweet dreams, little bros. Nobody asked for this. Jeff really turned Roblox into a bedtime routine. Imagine if CD096 owned Roblox. First up, no profile pictures allowed. You accidentally click his profile. He starts crying and screaming instantly. Bro, I just clicked the wrong thing. Then he sprints across the entire map like he's playing Speed Simulator. You build a wall, destroys it. Nothing can stop him. Then just like that, he goes back to nonchalant pose. Please don't look at my face again. Are you shy or what exactly, little bro? Guys, imagine if SCP-096 owned Roblox.